Lee, the weather's not the best. You've not had a haircut, but we've got your new deal signed. How do you feel about
I'm happy, man. It's what I wanted for a long time, especially obviously being out for so long. I was a bit like wary to see like where I would be next year, but this is where I wanted to be, so I'm happy.
that? What's the season been like for you? You've, like you say, not had probably as much game time as you would have wanted, but
Yeah.
out here at Valley Parade and on the road as well a couple of times. I'm assuming you've probably seen signs of what you want to be at this club and what you want to be involved in. Some of the games where we've had great atmospheres and you've been involved in that. Is that more of what you want to be involved in?
Yeah, like obviously the last few games that I've been involved in since I've been back, you can feel like there's like a little feeling that you get. Maybe it's obviously with the gaffer coming in, obviously the fans attracting to it, bringing like a whole new energy to it. Like you can just feel something, and it does feel like it's going to spill into next season, and hopefully that next season is the one. Just goes.
You are very popular with the fans as well. In
Am I?
terms of, it seems to be that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's the way you play? They seem to, you seem to play a little bit on the edge sometimes and have that edge to your game.
Yeah.
And off the field as well, you seem to be quite a relatable character. Do you feel that relationship with them as well?
No, I do, and it's like there's little moments here and there. Like if I'm warming up, for example, and there's like people that want to talk to me or stuff, I'm always I'm kind of like open. So like I always have conversations. I always like kind of just say how I feel, and that's probably why maybe some people like can connect sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
With the injuries you've
Yeah.
had, I would say your game time has probably not been as much as you would have hoped it would have been this season. And involvement-wise, I guess it's given you a little bit more of a hunger for next season. Do you feel like there's a little bit of unfinished business to an extent where you came on an initial one-year contract and
Yeah.
that's not quite lived up to what you would have wanted it to be, and next season now you've got an opportunity to really kick on?
Yeah, that's what it did feel like. So basically, when I got injured this time around, it was obviously heartbreaking. But so obviously, once I found out that there wasn't like another deal for me here next season, it's like another lifeline to like. And the first feeling I did get was like, maybe this is the one, like for me personally, because I do have a lot to prove. I have missed a lot of football the last couple of years. So for me, hopefully next year is the one where I can just make a stamp on the game.
How pleased have you been with your involvement this year? Obviously, when you have been on the field,
Yeah.
you scored a few goals and provided quite an important contribution at stages towards the team and towards what we've been doing. And
Yeah.
you've been comfortable with what you've done and what you've shown, obviously the management and the supporters, what you can do when you're fit and you're on form.
That's the thing, like it was like the games I obviously was playing, obviously I was scoring here and there. I went on like a nice little run at one point. Then obviously the injury came at like a bad time for me because I always felt like it came at a time, but I was just about to push on and like keep the momentum going. It's like every time I felt like I was building momentum, it just got cut short with the injuries. So it's quite hard to take in, but saying that, like you said, being actually involved in actual games, I never really had like too many bad experiences where like all the games I was involved in, it just felt nice. It felt nice to just like build something here. And obviously for me, it kept getting cut short with the injuries at like important times for me. But like I said, I'm focused on next season anyway, so should be good.
What's the gaffer been like? You've started the last two games. You seem to be fitting in quite well to his system, and he seems to be quite a big fan of yours as well. Is that something that you feel?
Yeah, like I said, like since I've been back, you can just feel. Sometimes you go to places like, and you might be like in like gaffer's plans, but sometimes you don't really feel like your connection. As like in the team, like sometimes you just get a feeling of like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be, and like this is the place where I do feel like I'm supposed to be here. Like it just feels like that. Like not even just from the gaffer side of things, even from like the sports scientists, the physios, even the fans. Like sometimes all of that energy just makes you feel like, makes sure the season's easier as well. Like you don't have to go look elsewhere. Because obviously I was running out of contract. So for me, like everything was just telling me to be here. So I just felt easier to just stay.
And are we building up to the point where, with focus on next season and with concentration on what's ahead and the future, that next season is really the one where we want to be able to be successful and we want to achieve and we want to get promoted? Is that already been put in your mind's eye by the gaffer and his staff as well?
What, next season?
Mm-hmm.
As a team?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Like it's one of them ones everyone knows as soon as you, for example, it doesn't even have to get that far with the gaffer sort of thing. It's more, once you sign for Bradford, everyone knows the intentions for Bradford is to get back up the leagues. So obviously every year, that's what everyone wants straight from the start. But for me personally, I feel like, I don't know, because every year I've gone into, I was like, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. So now, next season is the one. Do you know what I mean?